You feel me? Relax. Relax. But why do people got to jump in, Royce? If you want to rap, then rap. But if not, then fuck it.
You ever watch A Different World?
Say it again. Cut out.
You ever watched A Different World? The TV show with Dwayne Wayne on it?
Yeah.
All right. You think you got a shot against battling him? I'll just ask him.
Charlie Carson.
Really direct questions. You asking me how I'm gonna defend myself. How can I without a team? Do you see those glasses flip up?
But like for me, right? For me, that shit would just make me like rap 8 minutes songs every day of the week for 2 months.
Talk about what you would do until you in the situation.
Like,
it ain't nothing like that pressure.
Watch this. I was in the situation times a million. The whole rap game had my fucking name on there in all of their shit. In all of their shit. But see, you know what? I respect you for handling it more maturely. That was when, you know what? It's unfortunate, but as y'all know, some people are so primitive and underdeveloped that you recognize the only language they speak is violence. So sometimes that's just where shit needs to go to. But,
damn, I forgot they did kind of used to hate Russ, didn't they?
Huh? I would never think that way.
They was
you gotta
giving
be Russ brain to think that way.
Russ a hard time.
Yeah,
I feel like y'all bullying me right now.
Nah.
And Russ fought his way through it and then asked nobody for help.
Roy, stop hollering, Los.
Well, people are underdeveloped.
Niggas is just niggas.
People are underdeveloped. People are underdeveloped. That's the other thing you have to keep in mind. Not everyone is as developed as you may be. So
I wouldn't brought a garden. I wouldn't put a garden in my shit.
Russ, how did you handle that though? Mentally though, how did that handle when the industry coming at you like that? Was it hard for you?
That shit fucked me up royally.
Right.
Not on some damn people don't like my music. That was never what pissed me off.
Right.
It was the fact that people who should have known better were acting like they don't. Meaning, I've said it before, if an average Joe in some random part of the world with no platform sends negativity your way, it's not even going to really resonate. There's not enough of an army behind him. He has 10 followers.
That's not true. That's not true. Speak for yourself.
Hey, Royce, I got you.
Okay.
Don't worry, Royce. I get the bullies off you. Hold on, I got you.
No. I'm okay. But no, you're right. Because with the world of social media, some random dude could tweet like da-da-da-da-da, and that's what starts the whole shit. But my point is that if you have a platform, you need to be responsible. I assume that you're responsible with your platform because you're grown. And even if you're not grown, I feel like once you have a platform that should give you some sort of awareness of the cause and effect of your actions and everything. So when I was seeing rappers with platforms, DJs with platforms, producers
gotta go Bronx on it.
No, but when I was seeing rappers and producers and shit with platforms talking shit on some he's the joke, so we're gonna laugh at him, I was like, oh, I know how this shit goes. And unfortunately, because y'all have already proven to me that you're thinking primitively and just group thinking wise, I know what it's gonna take. It's gonna take violence. And after that shit happened, no rapper ever says shit again online. And that's what's sad about it, is that's like, why do you need to push people to the point that they turn around and snap and then you say, okay, I get that if you're 15, but motherfuckers who were doing this were grown.
Now, can you teach me how to fight?
I think the success helped too, you know, like after people had so much to say and then just continuously being successful helps shut motherfuckers up too.
Success doesn't do nothing but hurt people's feelings even more if they got a problem. I promise you. Can
somebody teach me how to fight? Teach me how to fight so I can do exactly what you're saying. I just need a couple lessons.
Listen, I've been fighting and training because I'm ready for it, but I'm not about to show nobody nothing.
Hey, man. Hey, Russ, I'm gonna send you my link, man. 3, I'm out of here.
My guy.
Royce, you a fucking troll.
Los, I'm gonna send you some shit.
Yeah, send me some shit. Send me some crazy shit, bro.
Los, that hurts my feelings that you call me a troll.
I'm a DM you. I'm a DM you my my info. All right, nigga.
That's
all right,
dismissive.
That's
and don't call me nigga. I'm already scarred.
Hey, Russ, if you need me, man, let me know. I go beat them boys.
I already told you I need you, man. You niggas is just niggas. Niggas is just niggas. Niggas is just niggas. I need you, man. Los, I'm hurting.
It's because you ain't got no mural. You ain't got no murals. I'm out.
Los, I need you to do mural. Get him off me. Only mural to get him off me.
I'm out, man. Y'all be good, man.
Be easy, brother.
Los, I need you to get in your anime bag, bro.
You stupid,
boy.
Oh
man.
Such a troll. I don't know. I'm gonna leave y'all with this guy.
He said, I need you to get in your anime bag.
Anime bag.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
Get in your anime bag, bro.
Listen, I respect if people like, I like here. You know what excites me when I'm rapping is when I'm like, damn, I don't know if I've ever heard this word rhyme with this word before. That shit is entertaining to me. It's as entertaining as a great like hook is melodically to me.
No, I'll sit and obsess over words for hours, especially if I'm here by myself.
Wow.
See, that's the worst. You know who told me that? Timberland said you overthink because you're sitting in the studio by yourself. And it's so true. If I'm in a room with people and we're like all cooking up, I think subconsciously I know I can't sit there and fucking obsess over shit. I might go change the verse later on because I want it to be crazy, but yeah, if I'm in there by myself, I could spend 7 hours on 2 lines because it's like, nah, I got to figure out this scheme. I had this shit planned and I wanted to lead into this and whatever, man. That shit gets out of control.
Yeah, sometimes I need supervision. Sometimes I'm in here and it's like the lunatics are running the asylum. Somebody come in.
How do you find it when you know you need to really, you just like, fuck it up, let me go through my process and be alone and sit and obsess for 7 hours, or
it depends on what it is. Like if I know I don't have that kind of time, then I'll self-police. But I'm always aware when I'm like overthinking the whole syllable scheme and I want to figure out a way to use everything. It's kind of like putting a puzzle together.
Yeah.
And there's so many different variations, and like you can literally switch 2 words around and the whole thing will roll off the tongue.
The whole thing fits, yeah. Man.
So like
my shit is once I have the first 4 bars, it's a wrap. It's getting those first 4, like how it's coming out. That's what I spent hours on. But the rest of the shit, once I got that, it's a wrap.
You start from the top?
Yeah.
I don't.
What? Well, I'll say I'll write bars in my notes for months, and then once I'm like writing a rap, I'll compile shit. But you're saying you sit down with a beat and start what from?
It depending on what it is, I just start piecing things together. But you know,
from previous thoughts and shit, or you literally go into it from previous thoughts, or you go into it with no structure.
I could do both, but usually I just go in there with no structure, depending on what it is, and then I start piecing things together, but I don't commit to it being like the beginning or the end or the middle. And then like I come up with the best beginning based off of what I have. So whatever I think of first, I don't want to be like pigeonholed to that being the beginning of the verse because it may not be the best place for it.
That makes so much more sense than what the fuck I do.
You know where we got that from? School. School taught us to start from the top and go.
Yeah. Yeah.
It don't necessarily work like that in the creative space.
Wow, it's so true though. That the problem is the attachment to like, well, if I came up with this idea first, it's got to be the first couple bars, and then you're hell bent on that for 2 hours, and you're like, wait, maybe it doesn't need to be that.
How about being hell bent on that for 10 years? You know how many creative traps that I realized I set up for myself, and I didn't even realize I was caught in that cycle.
Because from the writing standpoint, it just fucking. It was just super focusing.
It was just my way. So everything I did, I laid one vocal track down, then I did one ad-lib track, and then I did one fill-in track. And that was the way that I approached everything for about 10 years straight. And I just realized.
That's how I do. What don't you like about that? I rarely do ad-libs, but that's how I do it. If I do it, it's the lead, the fucking, I might dub something, and then the ad-libs, and that's it.
Why?
I'm formulaic in my head and very analytical, and it makes the most sense to me.
That's what I'm asking you. What makes sense about it?
I guess because for me, it feels the best. It feels the most complete. But sometimes, most of the time, I don't do ad libs because ad libs to me take it off of the conversational aspect I like. When I'm just trying to rap, I like it to be conversational. And I feel like ad libs make it a little too, I don't know, it just takes it away from that.
Yeah, so that tells you everything right there. It means like everything that we do, each thing calls for something different maybe. So it's just up to us to know. So if you put it into your head that you got your way that you do it, then you'll just like do that. Like subconsciously, you won't even be thinking. You'll just approach it, and it goes like that with everything. The way you pick beats, just the way that you move.
Bro,
Period.
you're so right. You're so right though, because there's definitely like I have a default setting as a creative.
No, default settings is no good.
Which is why I had to like get the fuck out of my way and just like let me fuck with everyone else just to simply like be uncomfortable.
Yep. When people ask me what's my approach, I don't have one because it should be whatever feels right. That's what's gonna come.
That's free. That's free.
You know what I mean? So it's like it'd be like, do you write at home? Nah, not really. Do you write at the studio? You write in the car? Yeah, I can probably do you however you want it. You know what I mean? But I would prefer to just not have any constraints, anything in my head, nobody around, nobody giving an opinion. I need to know. I need to know. Yeah. And then I feel like I need to forget that I need to get outside of my head and forget that I'm actually doing something, and it needs to be blown.
See, that's always the funny part, right? How do you get outside of your head and write raps when in order sometimes for me to write raps, I got to be inside my head? Feel me?
Yeah, so you got to be inside your head when it's time to be inside, but sometimes you got to be outside. You got to know.
It's almost like, do you feel like for me, when I'm outside of my head and I'm walking around and I'm living life, that's when like random ass bars are coming to me and I save them. Then when it's time to like, okay, let me go into the studio and let me be inside my head, I have like reference points of like, let me work this bar in and let me make, it's almost like I'm combining outside of my head thoughts with the surgical analytical part of me. You know what I mean?
You're being scientific.
Do you do that similar? Do you have do you compile bars throughout your life, or the only time you write is when you're actually trying to make a song? Or do you have ideas and shit you write down throughout the day?
I type some down sometimes. They don't come to me just on my spare time like they used to. But I mean, I prefer to kind of like come up with it just in that moment because in my journeys, I've learned that everything that I do that just feels like I'm capturing a moment as opposed to using a whole lot of thought. And it feels right with coming out, it usually resonates the same way to the listener. So the more thinking that I do, I feel like people can hear that. So I can make it really scientific if I need to, but I feel like the more scientific I make it, the more it's to my detriment, depending on what it is. So I like to be able to like, I notice the describe the one thing or the other. I like to be able to go up, up, and then down, down, down whenever I feel like it, and be masterful both ways. Because it's a masterful way to do everything. People think Drake not masterful. He's masterful, bro.
100%. Man, I don't understand any of that slander. That's like it's too proven. It's too proven. It's too over and over again. Come on, man. At least just respect it. It's like you can't be that surgical with the songwriting abilities. And I know the asterisks that people try to come up with, but it's like you can't sit here and try and tell me that he doesn't have any talent and that the talent he does have is an elite. His talent is songwriting. Everyone knows that. The ghostwriting shit or whatever made it easy for people who didn't like him to kind of hang their hat on. Yeah, but look, see, I told y'all. But it's like, come on, bro.
But Russ,
come on.
But Russ, you don't think there's people that might like him and the ghostwriting allegations, whatever that conversation, they looked at him kind of side-eyed. I'm just focused on the people that rocked with him. That's all.
I think the people who value like the people who are purists when it comes to lyricism and rapping, like what we were all talking about before, when you separate it into like these subcategories, when it's just when you're talking about Royces and Loses and whatever and Black Thoughts, it's like, yeah, if that's your zenith of just lyricism, then that's going to be tough for you to get over. It just is. But at the end of the day, I don't think that I look at the totality of a Drake career and Drake songs and the Drake catalog. It's like I'm not going to sit here and subscribe to the idea that the majority of Drake's greatest songs have been written by someone else, or like Drake's raps are written by. I'm just not. And I might be naive and I might be whatever, but honestly, innocent till proven guilty. I just, you feel me? Like until those ones come out, then I'm not buying it. There's too many times where it's ill. I can't just overlook that. There's too many times. It's not like he had 3 hits and all 3 hits had a reference track. The dude has 180 hits. You heard reference tracks for like not even the biggest ones, and like 2 of them. It's like, come on. I don't know. I fully believe Drake in the studio does damage with his pen. That's what I think. So, but I get it. Depends on what you value. You know what I'm saying? It's tough.
Got something to do with something, because his finished product is usually beautifully done.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you can't just take that away from him. That shit is incredible.
Somebody's a motherfucking master somewhere. I don't know if he got like a super friend, like fucking Lil Baby and James Harden and shit. I don't know, but whoever it is,
that shit is elite levels. You know what I always say too? It's vocal execution too on the mic.
It's everything.
You can't fake that. You can't ghostwrite vocal execution. Like tones, certain perfect tones that are being done and shit. That shit is incredible.
All that is done masterfully.
That shit. You know who M was and is. I got a certain style of mine from him where it was the high octaves and the low octaves being kind of split. I got that from M, because when you go back and listen to, like, I'm sure he still doesn't have, but when I listened to the Eminem I grew up on, there was these high octaves and sometimes these low octaves that were so perfect and